How you doing, gardeners? Ed Snyder with Fresh Picked Acres. Today's video, what we're doing here is we got the old Earthway Precision Garden Seeder out with the sweet corn seed plate in it. And for those of you who have seen me do this in the past, I'm not actually planting sweet corn today. What I'm really going to do is I'm going to side dress my sweet corn with urea. So hang with me. Let's get this loaded into my truck, and we'll head on out there to the farm and to the sweet corn. It's time to do it. Why am I going to do it? All that will be answered when we get out there. Okay, gardeners. Well, here we are. We're in the sweet corn field. I sprayed my atrazine. The weeds are in pretty good shape out here. When I originally put on my sweet corn, I ran it at a rate of about 100 pounds of nitrogen to the acre. 100 pounds of nitrogen to the acre. And remember, this is all calculable. If you remember, in acres, 43,560 square feet. So you could figure it for you could divide up the amount of square feet in your garden or cornfield, and also understand what that is. You can still come up with that. Now then, now that I've got the 100 pounds of nitrogen to the acre, I've also got in my phosphorus and potassium and micronutrients in here too. That's all based upon a soil test. But now that I'm at that stage, we want to go ahead and push our sweet corn to have a nice big year. I'm going to add another 100 pounds of nitrogen to the acre through side banding it, through laying it out underneath of the drip line of our leaf. So we're going to run it right down that edge. Now, the time you want to begin this is when the corn is around V6. That's about the good time to go ahead and start pushing it, V6, V7. And the question comes up is what do you mean by a V, V6, V7? So let's go through it. Let's look at what a V is on our corn. So this way you know when you can apply some urea to push your corn as well. So let's take a look at that. I think this is a pretty good example of what a V is. To give you an example, it becomes a V when each leaf has a collar, like a shirt collar. If it does not have a collar, like these up here do not have a collar, they haven't developed them yet. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can just start to make out V5 right there. This plant is at V5 in its growth. There's others out here we can take a look at, and don't count the tiller, that's a tiller. But V1, V2, V3, V4, V4, almost V5. So this corn here is at V5, right at the current stage. And I said you want to go ahead and put down your nitrogen at V6, correct? And I came into this field specifically because the corn's a little bit smaller, easier for me to get into to do this this discussion. The corn that I'm actually going to be applying this to is indeed, it's a week older, and it is at the V6 stage. That corn is right here. Matter of fact, this wanted to go to tassel. That's how fast things can change. Let's look down in here. I guarantee you there's a tassel waiting to pop out. There it is. There's my tassel. So let's look at our corn here to try to identify V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Going into V7. That's the time to apply our urea. Right now, we're going to push that here. And it needs, we need to also time it with either you going out and putting some irrigation water on it, or we need a good rain to rein it in. Urea is volatile. It will volatilize. So we want to go ahead and get urea into the top ½ inch of the soil. That's where our roots are, all that stuff. We're going to get it in, and we're going to use our drop seeder down here to do that. For those of you who watch me do it a year ago, you'll remember the fact is how nice the earthway planter actually side dresses our corn. So I'm going to have you guys ride along with me as we get out here and start doing it. The big secret behind this is to make sure there that we are keeping the earthway planter full, because as it gets emptier, the rate changes a little bit. So as I get emptier, it starts dropping a little bit less. So you see I have another bucket here, and I have a bucket on the other end, and I'll keep my earthway seeder nice and full. That way I can maintain a consistent rate of applying the fertilizer. I think that's the most important thing, is that we're consistent in what we do, that it's measurable. So let me go and fill it up, and let's get this sweet corn pushing here so we can have the best ears possible that we can have. So I'll go ahead here, take my, and I'll fill up my hopper. And as simple as that, I just start walking right beside the corn. There we go. And there you have it. I have a complete revolution, and I have my corn actually, side dress. So now keep on moving here. Okay, so I've refilled this up. Let me head on down. I try to go ahead and slide this on down to the next spot. And, I need to put a little more in it. I'd like to have it pretty full. Let's go ahead and, there we go. Not overflowing, but full. Let's go ahead. And you can see I'm just walking right beside the corn plant, laying down the urea. So now I've arrived at my next bucket, halfway down. I'll go ahead here and put some urea back in it, and I'm going to keep on going here. And every now and then the earthway seeder might get a little, I don't know, I want to call it plugged up, but it has a little bit of a problem, and you have to back up and maybe unplug it. But it's laying down the fertilizer very nice. We'll get here, turn it around. Let's refill it. And I'm going to move this down. And I'm going to go up the backside. On this, I run it both sides. Whoop. There it stopped. There we go. I run it up and back both sides. It seems to accurately get it out. You can just see it dribbling on the ground, laying it right where I want it. So here I am. I'm back at my other bucket. Let me pull it forward and I'll refill it. like I said, just position this down. If you have a real long row, then get a couple buckets, but this is for us small time sweet corn folks. We're not breaking any records here, but this here will get me to 100 pounds of side dressing nitrogen per acre. There we go. Put that back, refill a little bit. Oop, went a little overboard on that one. And I just continue on. Well, we have our side dressing completed. Going at a rate of 100 pounds to the acre. Looks really good in here. All the corn looks good. Have to go down here and pick up my bucket, but there's the silk and it's coming. In case you can't see it, there it is. That old silk is on its way. Now this batch right here, right next to me, in just another couple of days, I'll be doing the same thing to my second batch of corn. But it's hard to believe there that we're getting so close to it. There is going to be where the silk emerges, right there. It's not out yet. So when we get out here and we look at this V6 age time frame of when we want to apply our additional nitrogen. The next thing is want to make sure that either the rain gets it in the ground or we irrigate it in the ground. I can't let this sit here, it'll volatilize. So we'll have to go ahead and weather it tomorrow. I'll go ahead and get my irrigation stuff out in the event I don't get a rain tonight. It's a possibility that a rain will miss us, but the main thing is I have it put out, and then tomorrow I'll go ahead and I'll irrigate it and put it in. So we have another part about sweet corn we need to understand is water. Now, currently right now, the amount of water a plant is using right now is probably closer to 1/1500 inch of water a day. Not a whole lot. It takes about get about 1.25 inches or something like that per week net needed in here. And of course the ground does have water in the ground. There's no stress or anything like that. However, once them tassels appear and it starts tossling and the silks appear, we are all of a sudden, we are no longer looking at 1/1500ths of an inch per day. We're looking at 0.23, 0.25 inches per day. And over 1/4 inch per day up to 1/3 of an inch per day. So depending on your situation of a drought, hot and sunny versus cold and cloudy, depends on how much water that our corn is going to need. We're going to be needing upwards to 2 inches of water per week on our sweet corn once that for at least 10 days while the pollinating is going on. But we're not done yet. It goes down maybe a little bit slightly after the pollination, but not much. Because now we have ear fill. Ear fill, of course, is that's where you get your weight. If you're producing field corn, you're getting your weight at that time. And same way with your sweet corn, you're getting your kernels filled out and stuff like that. Instead of gnawing just on I know a lot of people like small little kernels, and I guess if we didn't water them, I guess you'd get small kernels and things like that because it wouldn't be much weight to the kernel. It wouldn't have enough water to really fill it out. But from the time we get that silk emerging, we need to be thinking about 20 days to the day that we're going to harvest this corn. It's going to happen fast. It's going to be just really moving here at this stage. All of a sudden, I went from worrying about getting my watermelon out here in the field and getting my sweet corn and getting tomatoes done up, and now all of a sudden we're going to switch over to the sweet corn. Sweet corn is going to take up a lot more of my time coming in here, getting irrigation going. My irrigation, one pump will give me about a ½ inch of water per day per running. So I can get a ½ inch. So I'll have to get up here and irrigate this about every other day to keep up with the water demands of the corn. And then we have this one coming right behind it. We got a week later, so that means I'll be irrigating up here, and then I'll be switching over and irrigating here in this second planting, and it just kind of continues as it goes. But everything's looking good. It's coming on. Just wish the deer would leave me alone, quit eating from the top. That really don't hurt much, but that's what kind of damages it, is a deer comes along there and bites down from the top. We'll know when the coons get in it, because the coons will start pulling the plant over when that day comes. So we do worry about getting a lot of wind during this time. We have plants that are in what I would call rapid plant growth at this stage. If we look at these, if we look at the corn right now, it looks like, see how it just stacked up like a spring from here to here to here to here to here. We have, it's going to jump up a lot in the next few days. It's just going to spring right on up. We'll have tassels as tall as I am, and it's all going to happen very, very quickly out here. And this is rapid corn growth is what's happening, or rapid plant growth. And what we worry about with high winds is a thing called green snap. We just, if you ever have a big windstorm, you'll see your tassels blown over. You'll see them snapped over. We had that problem on my second planting last year, but fortunately we did okay with it. But it snapped a lot of my tassels. So that was when I was planting the field this way. This time I'm checkerboarding it, going the other way. So hopefully we won't have any high winds during that rapid corn growth time. Let's hope we get plenty of nice rain and things like that. If we can get an inch of rain in the next couple of days, that'd be fantastic. That kind of helps me out from my irrigation responsibilities. Right now, from here on out, I could go with about 1.5 inches per week and be very happy if that rain could just be nice and gentle and spread itself out, because we're looking at 1/4 inch to 1/3 inch of rain need per day. So that's where we're going into. If you don't have the rain, think about irrigating. Definitely think about giving it up to 100 pounds of urea per acre. Right now during this V6 stage, get it on there. It's okay if you do it at V5. It's all right. Sweet corn grows awful fast. Make sure you get it on. But main thing is make sure you get it watered in. You don't want to begin too soon. You won't have the nutrients available at the right time. We want this here to go, once that rain hits or irrigation, it's going to go right into the plant. We're going to see this corn, and this corn looks fabulous. Yeah, there's some light green locations and stuff, but for the most part, it's a nice dark green. Well, I tell you folks, it's going to get greener than it is, darker green than it is. Once this nitrogen hits these plants, it's going to put a lot of good plant growth in it. Going to help us with them ears and strengthen and get them big old ears along with the water that we need to finish this crop out. So folks, if you like this type of video, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Come grow with us.